Good morning, my dear students. Let us discuss the question answers of the chapter Study of Sound. Open your textbook to page number 137. Yes? Question number 1. Are you ready with your textbook? Yes. First question, fill in the blanks and explain. Sound does not travel through dash. Sound does not travel through vacuum. What is the reason? Because sound needs medium to propagate. Therefore, sound does not travel through vacuum. B. The velocity of sound in steel is dash than the velocity of sound in water. We know steel is a solid, right? Therefore, velocity of sound is more in solid. So, it is greater than the velocity of sound in water. There is a spelling mistake. Please correct velocity of sound in water. Explanation. The velocity of sound depends upon nature of medium as well as we all know that particles of steel are more closely packed because it is solid and particles of water are loosely packed as it is liquid. So sound will travel faster in liquids. Question number C. The incidence of dash is in daily life shows velocity of sound is less than the velocity of light. Incidence of lightning is seen first and thunder sound comes later. That is an example which we can see. Velocity of light is more than the velocity of sound, or velocity of sound is less than the velocity of light. You know what is the velocity of light? 3 into 10 raised to the power of 8 meter per second. What is the velocity of sound? At 20 degrees Celsius, it is 340 meter per second. What is the reason? The velocity of light is greater than the velocity of sound. Question number D. To discover a sunken ship or objects deep inside the sea, dash technology is used. Yes, sonar technology is used. You have seen the sonar, how sonar works, right? Explanation. In a sonar technique, a transmitter and a detector is used. The transmitter produces and transmits ultrasonic waves which travels through water towards the bottom of the sea. Sound is reflected from the seabed and the detector receives the waves of sound which are converted into electrical signal. Thus, sunken ship can be detected using sonar technology. There is a transmitter and a receiver. The transmitter transmits ultrasound and receiver receives the ultrasound. Question number 2. Explain giving scientific reason. First one. The roof of a movie theater and a conference call is curved. The roof of a movie theater and a conference call is curved because it avoids the reverberation of sound produced and the sound can be reached in all part of the theater. It will help to hear the pitch of music distinctly. B. The intensity of reverberation is higher in a closed and empty house. You know what is reverberation, right? There are no objects in an empty house and the sound cannot escape out through closed room. The sound strikes and reflects on the flat and smooth walls and floor. Thus reverberation is higher in a closed and an empty house. C. We cannot hear the echo produced in a classroom. This I have already explained, right? To hear a distinct echo, the reflecting surface should be at a minimum distance of 17.2 meters. This condition is not satisfied in our class as distance of opposite walls is usually less than 17.2 meters and ceiling is not so high. Hence, we cannot hear the echo produced in a classroom. To hear a distinct echo, the minimum distance is 17.2 meters. Question number 3. Answer the following questions in your own words. First one. What is an echo? What factors are important to get a distinct echo? Answer. An echo is a repetition of the original sound because of reflection by some surface. At 22 degrees Celsius, the velocity of sound in air is 344 meter per second. Our brain retains a sound for 0.1 second. Thus, for us to be able to hear a distinct echo, the sound should take more than 0.1 second after starting from the source to get reflected and come back to us. Thus, we can determine the minimum distance between the source and the reflecting surface as follows. Distance is equal to speed into time, that is equal to 344 meter per second into 0.1 second, that is equal to 34.4 meters. Thus, to be able to hear a distinct echo, the reflecting surface should be at a minimum distance of half of the above, that means half of 34.4, which is 17.2 meters. Question number B. Study the construction of Golgumet at Vijapur and discuss reasons for the multiple echoes produced over there. The structure and shape of Golgumet is such that multiple echoes arises due to the multiple reflection of sound. Multiple echoes of a single sound can be produced by the process of reverberation. When a sound reflects multiple times from object, multiple echoes are produced. Question number C. What should be the dimensions and shape of a classroom so that no echo can be produced there? Answer. In a classroom, the distance of opposite walls should be less than 17.2 meters and ceiling should not be so high. Hence, we cannot hear the echo produced in a classroom. Yes, we don't want to hear an echo. If there is echo, we are not able to understand, right? Therefore, that is why we can see all the classrooms are of distance between the walls which is less than 17.2 meters. That is why we are not able to hear the echo. Why and where are sounds absorbing materials used? Answer. The sound absorbing materials are used in cinema hall and auditoriums to avoid production of echo. Now, solve the following examples. Solve the following example questions. We are not doing all this. We have already finished 2 sums in the class, in the previous classes. That's all we are going to do. Okay. Remaining sums of this we are not going to do this time. Okay. So, thank you. Please write all these question answers of all the chapters in your notebook. Yes, when you come back to school, you have to bring your notes. Okay. Thank you.